Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Interlude. It is live. It's about poetry. It's about storytelling. It's about just a cool vibe. I hope that we make you feel a little bit better, have a little smile on your face, depending on how your day was. So, it's gotten cooler, y'all. It's gotten cooler. And it's funny because I'm wearing like a jumpsuit because when I go to work, it's so cold. it's like night and day. But I'm thankful for the fact that they think it's important to make sure that we feel comfortable where I am. So how's y'all week been? We're at hump day, which means that we're almost done, which is great. And there's only 2 more days, and then it's a 3-day weekend for a lot of us. For those who don't have it, you're essential. It's important. Thank you for whatever you're going to be doing. And I think I'm just blessed the fact that I have a job. And I hope you feel the same way too. So lately I've been thinking about a few things. I'm always thinking. And, relationships came to mind. And it's kind of like, what do you do when it comes to dating? Because it's a hard thing. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm okay just being single just because, I don't know. It just seems like everybody's just moving differently. And, as I continue to talk about that, but, I'm not really bringing up dating as much as I really want to. But everybody in this world seems to be just moving differently. It seems like people aren't genuine like they used to be. And maybe it's just me. What y'all think? It could be different. Dating could be a whole nother level. I think sometimes, hey, Funky Sunshine, I see you. I think sometimes you may have to request me too, because for some reason I can't invite you right now, and I don't know why I can't invite you. Well, so with dating, yeah, Funky Sunshine, you're gonna have to request, because I can't seem to, for some reason, put you on or request you to come on, which is quite interesting. Um, I think you get comfortable too as you get older. You get real comfortable with just being single because you don't have to answer to certain things. But I mean, who really wants to be alone in this world? We all want to be with somebody. But I also say don't settle. Don't what's the words that I really want to use for this? Be single until you find the right person. Don't just settle. I'm not saying have a grand old 5,000 page list of things that, like, oh well, he got to look like this, he can't do this, but or she can't do that, or whatever it may be. But it's kind of like I just see so many people who are just like, okay, it's better than being alone. And you know what? No, it's not, because there's so many things that you end up finding yourself having to do that you really wouldn't do. I have no clue why I can't invite you. Are you able to request? Because it's just completed faded. Like, I can't even push on it. And then I say too, like, be practical. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And I say to be practical and also know yourself, love yourself first, because you want to go into a relationship definitely knowing who you are, so that you don't feel like if it doesn't work, that you don't know who you are after it's done. if it doesn't work out. I've definitely had a few L's, and the one thing that I always go back to is that I had to realize that I had to forgive myself on things. I had to let go of things. Yeah, this is. Oh, I got you.
Hey.
Hey, girl. It took a while. Goodness gracious. It's like do 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 do. I feel like I'm
Right.
in a game, and the winner is you. Ow. Sorry. And I just had like a whole conversation about relationships and
Right.
as to keep the thing momentum going a little bit. But I know that you are a relationship coach, so
Yes.
so
I love what you were saying. I love what you were saying. And that part about forgiving yourself is valuable.
hmm you
It's
have to.
valuable.
You gotta go into situations whole. If you're not whole, you know, it is what we hear in songs now. It's what we see on quotes. Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Just because you feel alone doesn't mean, find other ways to fill that void.
Hmm.
But if you're not whole, just remember that you're affecting the other person too when you walk into that situation. Anywho, so I got
Okay.
with me. So right now I'm looking because I'm just seeing if more people are gonna come. Um, but I got with me on the interlude tonight. I'm your host Z Singleton, and I got with me Funky Sunshine. She is a Reiki. She's a Reiki. She does Reiki. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
to say. Is it Reiki healer? She
Um, Practitioner. Yeah.
practitioner. She's a poet, an author. Can we talk about your book? And can I just tell you? Did you see the lion, the lioness? I was,
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
yeah. I was
Thank
like,
you.
yeah, that's what's up.
You
And I
spoke to my
love
heart.
I love her vibe because it's like she's so like shy and just sweet. And then when she starts throwing her work out at you, you like, whoa, boy. So I'm really excited. But if you could just tell us a little bit about your book.
Sure. Um, So my first book is Loving a Lioness, Poetry and Life, Love and Arrows, published by the World Stage Press here in Los Angeles. That was published in 2016,
Okay.
and um, it's it's a journey. It's a journey through relationships. Speaking of which, um, coming back to love, like for here. Um, so like there's some pieces in here that, well, like one chapter is called uh, Triggered,
Mm.
because we relate with other people for purpose. Um, and when we have something that needs our attention, we might be triggered by something in a relationship. And that could be friendships or work related, and most assuredly in romantic settings when you're, most vulnerable and connecting, because then we're open and maybe our guards are down way less than they might
Mm.
be otherwise.
Right.
So um, it's that space where love comes in, that to get to the wound. So triggers aren't something to be afraid of. They're something to give pause and attention to.
Mm.
It's just form of communication. Like, hey,
Yeah,
can you spend some time with me, please?
right. No,
Yeah.
you're right. I love how you say it. It's like there's I can't even. It's a real thing. So you want to get started? Give us some of your love.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Um, hmm, so feeling my way. I will share something from this book before we leave. Um,
Okay.
and feeling my way through it, the space, just in timing, because there's so many things going on in the world. And
Hmm.
grief is uh, prevalent. Um, so, an acrostic on grief.
Okay.
Grief is silent wailing, ripping the heart to shreds while greeting the world with a smile. I feel indifferent to life springing into existence. Empty yet full, I give this heavy ache to spirit. Forever is never enough. That is the grief acrostic. Um, Grief is evidence that love exists. So something else I did want to share, if I may.
Oh yeah,
Um,
it's all yours.
just
Whichever you
go.
want to share is all you.
Okay, I go. Yeah, I'm really excited. This is my first time sharing this part of it. Um, the piece that I'm gonna share is published in this anthology, Being Human, a Poetic Plea for a Better Humanity. So there's like 100 poets in this anthology from across the world,
Nah.
and it's awesome. And I'm so honored that I get to be part of it with this piece, which is titled Bags.
Okay, let's go.
Right? Bags, bags, so many bags. Handbags, luxury bags, lunch bags, gift bags, travel bags, body bags. Bags filled with lipstick, phone chargers, money, food, clothes, crystals, books, gifts, babies, bodies. I got a new bag. All leather, cream with satin lining, a fat zipper, all gold hardware. I can stuff it with my life. Wallet, makeup, emergency kit, phone charger, mints, bottle of water, book, zip it open, zip it closed. I stand a bit taller when I wear it, but lately bags and zippers sadden me, anger me, break me. Or is it the images? Every day, the images. Babies, children, women, men, boys, girls, covered in dust, after being recovered from rubble, after being dragged from dirt streets, after being gassed, bombed, or shot. When I close my eyes, I see their faces, their blank stares, their stiff bodies, the babies. Once rosy cheeks, now pale blue. Once sweet lips moving, smiling, now stiff, stiff like their bodies, their little bodies stuffed into bags. So many bags, so many babies in bags, so many sweet souls stuffed into bags while these governments stuff their pockets with bags because it's always been for the bags. They come for the oil, for the land, for the loot, for the bags, even if they have to stuff a bag with bodies, with babies, with moms, with dads, to bury the truth and live their lives. It's always about the bags. in that seconds.
Yo. That's real. That's real, and it's sad, and that's all we've been seeing lately. It's with all that's going on in other countries. I mean, we can't even. There's things we don't even know that's going on out here.
Yeah.
You know, because we're
Yeah.
so caught up in everything else, or they make sure that we're caught up in everything else. And the reality is that's what's happening. Um, man, that's deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. We're
I would like to
connected.
say one of my favorite, like, I know everybody's giving love to you right now, showing that love, doing them fires and hearts and stuff. And so one of my favorite pieces from you is Spit.
His spit.
The man, it's like, and I might not even be given the right title for it, but it's that. But you knew exactly which one I was talking about.
Sure.
I just love that, and why I call poets storytellers is because that's how you relate. That's how people relate, is because you guys are telling stories that maybe we don't share all the time, or and
Mm-hmm.
that's how you realize, like, oh, that person's going through what I'm going through, and that person had to experience the same thing that I experienced.
Yeah.
Look, someone says spit is lit. Man, and you can just feel like everything, like you give your whole in that piece, and I'm just like, man, that's crazy. So we're at the point of like where we would say, okay, it's time to go, but because I always be doing the digital fun little piece, like I'm playing the game,
Yeah.
I go a little bit longer now.
Okay.
So if you want to give us another piece before we shut it
Yeah.
down.
Yes. Well, I'll give you. I like to spit. That's
Oh,
the title. I
let's
like to spit.
go, let's go.
Okay. Do it. Yeah. If anybody wants some love poems, my book is on Amazon. You can grab that and we can talk later. So I like to spit. I like to spit. I thought it cool in elementary school when Lynette and Suzanne could let their spit hang there for seconds, and then they'd slurp it up. I could do it too. I practiced at home. I learned to spit loogies. I practiced that too. My mom told me not to. She scolded me. She said it wasn't ladylike. She said that to me when I sat in the chair, my legs parted open wide. I was comfortable. I was open. She told me not to do that. She told me to cross my legs. She told me to sit like a lady. I felt angry. Why do the boys get to sit wide open? Why doesn't she tell my brother to stop spitting, stop being open? When did they scold the nature from her? I think this is when I learned to modify, to fit in, to look good, to be more concerned about how she feels than what is natural to my soul. I think this is when I learned to repress my expression. I think this is when I learned that the world expects more from girls than boys. Time lapse. I'm 16. I feel my sexual energy rising in my being. I have no idea what to do with it. I like it, like how I like to spit. It's like I knew it without knowing or learning because no one talked about it, not to me, not about the energy I felt or the arousal stirring me. I learned then the world has different rules for boys about sex. Like, how dare I be aroused? Or how dare I know my power? Or how dare I spit? Yet then boys would ask of us what that mouth do, or demand our nakedness to appease them. I learned how to guard myself from unwanted attention, from gazing eyes and degrading remarks. Confusion held me. Playboy magazines graced the bathrooms in my house. Naked women everywhere, sensuality, sex. And then outside my house, I saw it all to be different. The Playboy bunny desired and then abused, degraded and shamed. Women objectified, sexualized, and then told to behave. Yet misbehaving is punishable by abuse and worse withholding, love, affection, and acceptance. Yet my spit is not different or worse because I am female, because I am girl, because I am woman. My sexual desire and prowess is not different, nor is it less than a man's. My sex is good. My sex is transcendent. My sex is wild and dirty. My sex is divine and it is sacred. And even if my sex was bad, I am not. It's okay for girls to spit. It's okay for girls to sit with legs wide open and hang out. It's okay for women to love sex. It's okay for women to enjoy arousal, their desire, and themselves. Everything else is a lie to keep us small. Everything else is a lie to keep us well behaved. Stepford wives are fake. Stepford wives uphold the patriarchy, and I refuse to be phony. I refuse to be caged. I refuse to be told how to behave. The patriarchy can keep its conditions, hypocrisy, and oppression. I spit it at you. I spit at your lies. I spit at your harm, and I spit at you. And I am well practiced. And that's that piece.
Oh, I'm sorry for the snap.
Thanks. You know,
I love it.
go with the feeling.
I love it.
Thank
So,
you.
where can they find you?
Sure thing. You can find me here on IG at soulknowingenergyhealing. My website is skeh.org. My book, as I mentioned, is on Amazon, or you can buy it directly from me, which I prefer because I get more money out the bag that way. I mean, either way, though, if you get the book on Amazon, that's still cool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. And if you want to learn more about Reiki, I'd love to talk to you about that too. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Funky
Thank you.
Sunshine. You are sunshine to me.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I appreciate you. Just met you one time. Will this be our second? Look, I don't
Yeah.
know, second. So
Second. More to come.
more to come.
Yes.
And I just want to say thank you to all that showed up and is watching. Thank you to all those that will watch this afterwards. And until next Wednesday, give yourself some love. Give somebody else some love. If you got a little left, and you know it, just keep smiling. At the end of the day, we got to keep smiling through it all.
Mm.
Relationships and all.
Yes.
Good ones and bad ones. It's
So
going to be
true.
all right.
It's
So,
gonna be
all
all
right,
right.
the
Bye.
interlude. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.